Hello everyone, welcome to Madness with Mickey, where we embrace the madness that is life and live loud. I'm your girl Mickey, and today we are starting a new segment called Midweek Madness. There's three reasons why I've decided to start this. The first one is because there's a lot of you that have been asking questions and sharing some really cool comments that I'd love to just interact with and talk about, and just kind of chat more about what's been going on. Second reason is because we can't really release an episode of Embrace the Madness every week just because of the way the schedule's working, and it's difficult for us to record things every week. I just thought this would be a cool way to kind of keep the ball rolling, keep content just coming out and making sure that you guys are that you don't forget about the fact that Madness with Mickey exists. So the third reason as well is just, there's so many things I want to talk about, so many things that I want to share with you guys, and things that I've found that work for me in my life that I also want to share with you guys, giving you some advice on things. I really enjoy sharing my life with people, and I really hope that you guys can take something away from these things, even if it's just the smallest thing, Anyway, so I'm going to jump right in and look at the comments and look at some questions that have come up with the last two episodes. So the first episode of Embrace the Madness with Laura Ann was where we chatted about lockdown stories and looked at interesting questions and some conspiracies which came up with those questions. So the thing about this podcast so far is a lot of the comments are from my family or from my close friends so far. There's a few people, not random people, but not so close people that are commenting and stuff. And so it's been really fun to see what people have to say, especially my family. So my sister Talita, she commented about how when I said that, if there's any adults out there or any parents out there who've seen this movie because of their kids, and then she just said, a parent who has to watch this with a kid. Me voluntarily watching kids' movies. Basically, we watch a lot of kids' movies. We love children's movies. Children's movies are the bomb, guys. They just have the coolest stories and the coolest characters. She also said that she believes there was a moon until Gru stole it and he only pretended to give it back. Girl, there was a whole movie about the fact that he put the moon back, okay? It's there. Don't worry. There is a moon, okay? Don't stress. And the funniest one from her was, what are you pretending not to know? That I'm not really funny. Girl, Talita, you are so funny. I am only funny because you are funny. Talita is where I learned all my humor from. So if I get it wrong, you can blame her. I'm just saying, if I'm not funny, just putting that out there, And my dad as well commented. He said, got to free the garden gnomes. They are being held against their will. Actually, I had a phone call with my dad last week, and he was telling me how there's an actual society called Free the Garden Gnomes, and apparently there was a time where they went and they stole all the garden gnomes from the city, and they put them in the park with banners saying Free the Garden Gnomes. And it's just really funny because that goes to show there are people that are these are actual little guys, you can't keep them captive in your home. But they also said that they're gonna come. So my older sister Andrea said she's like yeah, garden gnomes are being held against their will, and then she's like free the garden gnomes, don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Garden Gnome, we'll free you from Mickey's room soon. Andrea is a Mr. Garden Gnome, and he is living his best life, he's comfortable, he's been well looked after, so come try to take him. He won't want to go. He loves his life here. Simone said, she commented on the fact that I was I think that's just called friendship, Laura. I think that was one of the biggest things in chatting to people that they've mentioned that they thought was really funny was Laura's conspiracy theory on rugby players. That was also my favorite. I can't she totally blindsided me with that one, okay? I did not expect that. And then, okay, so moving on to episode 2, where we looked at the fears and phobias. My friend Daniel commented and said, thankfully I've grown out of my childhood fear of mermaids. But man, it gave me some crazy visits to the beach. Daniel, bro, like, were you scared that they existed, or did you actually believe they existed and that's why you were afraid, or you weren't sure? I don't know, but you're right. Some crazy visits to the beach. If they're, yeah, I'm very sorry, bro. I'm glad you grew out of that. Oh, this one was funny as well. My dad also commented about a fear he has, and he's like, fear of unpopped popcorn. You don't know when it's gonna pop. Like, I've had that before. Like, you know when you do microwave popcorn and you think it's done? One time I opened it up, and as I opened it up, like 2 kernels just suddenly popped out at my face, and I got the biggest fright ever. It was so embarrassing. So I totally relate to that one. And then the last comment that I'm gonna look at from the second episode was from Megan. She said that ants is a major fear for me. I don't like butterflies too. She says, I found that out when I went to Butterfly World. Such a nightmare. Girl, why are you going to Butterfly World if you're afraid of butterflies? Oh, wait, did you realize your fear when you went to Butterfly World? Oh, that makes sense. It's kind of like, although I'm complaining, but I'm scared of fish, but I still go to the aquarium. Although I must say, my heart is like the whole time when I'm at the aquarium. I'm like, oh. The aquarium's a pretty cool place. There's just like some places like, oh, crabs. Oh, I hate going to where the big lobster dudes are. Like, that's just creepy. But yeah, so those were like some of the comments that people left. So thank you so much. Like, these, I really enjoyed reading these. Like, this was lots of fun to read and look at. And in terms of questions, one of the questions I've been getting is, why are we not videoing the podcast recording? So like I don't know if you guys watch a lot of podcasts or listen to a lot of podcasts, but a lot of them have recording, they video themselves doing the recordings. So we wanted to do that. I really do want to do that because like it just adds a different element, and then y'all get to see how crazy we actually are. Like, you're only hearing things. We are crazy. Like, you should see us. Like, it's really funny. Like, there's so much you guys are missing out on. But unfortunately, it's a lot more work basically to do that. So I'm trying to keep this like as minimal work as possible, because it's supposed to be something fun and easy for me to do with my friends, like while we're in lockdown. Even though we've gone down to level 2, there's still like a lot of things that we can't do. And also, I'm just loving doing this, and I don't want to complicate it. I don't want to get frustrated with it, and I feel like video editing is going to frustrate me so much. So I'm just going to stick to the audios for now, and maybe if this keeps going and it gets bigger and it like grows and more people want us to video the recordings of us doing the recordings, then I will definitely consider it. So spread the word, y'all. Keep getting people to listen to this, because I don't know, maybe we should like have some kind of goal. I'll think about it. Like, when we reach so many like subscribers or so many listens or whatever you want to call, so many followers, then maybe we'll start the video part, because then it'll be more worth it, because more people will be watching. So then I'll be like sitting there frustrated for a good cause, you know. So hey, keep sharing. Yeah, and guys, please like and subscribe and like review, especially on Apple Podcasts. Like, the more you review, the better chances of people finding my podcast when they go onto Apple Podcasts. So please leave good reviews and ratings, and also just, yeah, like, keep sharing with your friends. But anyway, that brings me to the end of looking at the comments and questions, and now we're gonna go into the ramble section. Yay, I'm so excited. I just like to ramble, guys. I talk a lot, but lately I haven't been. I went out, I visited a friend yesterday with some other friends. We went to go visit people. It was amazing. But I was talking a lot, like a lot. And then when we left, one of my friends was like, Mickey, I didn't know you were like this. And I was like, really? Everyone knows I'm like this. But then I realized that she's only known me this year, because she only came to college this year. And so I was like, yeah, this year's been weird. Even before lockdown, I was being weird. I wasn't really like socializing a lot. I think it's just the pressure of being in my last year of my degree and just like being tired and stuff. I don't know. So I'm like, hey, let's talk. Let's have a place where we can talk. I don't know. Anyway, so this week I'm going to ramble about social media, guys. This is not, don't worry, it's not a bad ramble. It's not like I'm going to go like, social media is the worst thing ever. No, guys, social media is the bomb. I love social media. But something that's very interesting that I found in my friend circles is a lot of my friends in the last like 2 to 3 years have actually gone off social media. Like they've deleted or deactivated their like Facebook accounts or Instagram accounts or Snapchat or Twitter, or like they're just not interested in these platforms anymore. And I did some thinking and I was like, why? Like, why? So I asked them, I was like, why? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why ain't... Sorry, okay, ignore that. So the song just like popped into my head and I had to sing it. So one of the reasons is just because it's exhausting. And there is like a really massive like negative side to media, to social media. And so I'm like, okay, I get that. That makes sense. But I feel like I wouldn't want to go to the extreme of like deleting or deactivating my accounts. I'm not saying that what they've done is wrong. Please don't get me wrong. Like that's totally on, like I think that we can totally live without social media. Like I think there's nothing wrong if you don't want to be on it. I'm not even judging you. I'm like, you know what, you do what's best for your mental health and your emotional health, and like I totally back that and support you in making those decisions. But for me, I love it. I use Instagram like an online photo album, and Facebook is my memory, guys. I have such bad memory. I love Facebook. I love that Facebook reminds me of people's birthdays, anniversaries, events. Like they remind me of things that have happened in the past. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. That's so great. Thank you for reminding me of that. I think it's great because I suck at remembering people's birthdays. Actually, I think I don't even have the Facebook app on my phone anymore. So I've actually missed a lot of people's birthdays because I use it only on my computer, and I even don't go on to it as much as I used to. So I've missed a lot of people's birthdays. So if I missed your birthday this year, I'm so sorry. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to everyone whose birthdays haven't been wished happy birthday. Wait, you know what I'm saying. If I missed your birthday, happy birthday. If your birthday's still coming, happy birthday. Oh, you know what I should do? I should start, because I always forget people's birthdays, I should just next year on the 1st of January, just like wish everyone happy birthday for the year. And then it's sort of like, here's your birthday wish for the year. Yay, happy birthday. And then I don't have to worry about forgetting their birthdays. No? Is that not a good plan? I think it's a great plan. Anyway, moving on. So just some tips I can give for what I found helpful for myself when it comes to social media is I do like social media cleanses. Like every now and then there'll be like a week where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go on Instagram at all this week. And it just reminds me that I don't need these things in my life. Like they're not like essential to who I am as a person and my existence. And so then when I go back on it, it doesn't affect me as much. And like it doesn't influence me as much because I'm like, this is just a lucky bonus in my life. It's not what defines me and it's not what like dictates my life, you know? And the other thing is that I don't have my phone next to my bed anymore. I leave it on my desk and I have an alarm clock. So I can't even use the excuse that I use my phone as an alarm because I have an actual alarm clock. So do that. Buy yourself an alarm clock and leave your phone away from your bed, out of arm's reach, because I find I lose like 2 to 3 hours of sleep because I'll get into bed and then I'll be like, oh, I'm just going to check Instagram. And then like 2 hours later, no, that's not okay. You are stealing my sleep, Instagram. And so, yeah. Oh, Instagram should be the one to remind people of birthdays because I'm always on Instagram a lot. Anyway, that was my ramble. Please don't forget to follow us on social media though. You don't have an excuse anymore. I'm just putting that out there. But it's been such a pleasure. I'm so happy that you guys are happy and thank you so much. And I just want to end off by giving a big, big shout out to Francois and Conrad who designed the Madness with Mickey logo and icons and look, the templates that I'm going to be using from now on. Please go check out their Instagram page. They're just amazing. Like when they first showed me the logo for Madness with Mickey, I was like, I have never seen myself so much in a logo before. When I looked at that little penguin dude, I was like, bro, you are the best. They are so good at what they do. So thank you so much, guys, for what you have done for me in supporting this podcast and making it look epic. And so, yeah, that's sort of it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, leave a review wherever you are. Whatever you do, it's short, it's sweet, it's Madness with Mickey.